Hey everyone, I wanted to jump on real quick and talk about the month of June in reference to Men Mental Health Month. In a lot of ways, a lot of men do not protect their mental health. In a lot of ways, men are always giving, we're always providing, we're looking out for our children, we're looking out for our wives, we have pressure on our jobs, we have pressure in our relationships, we have pressure with our children. We have the pressure to always have the answer, to always figure it out, to always know the direction, to always know, how to solve a problem, right? We normally, as men, don't always have someone we can go to. We don't always feel like we can share our thoughts and feelings and emotions, sometimes with our significant other. We are always told ever since little boys that you have to be strong, you have to be able to figure it out, you got to be the provider, you got to be a strong man. If something was to happen, you got to be able to fix it, you got to be able to resolve it, because you don't want anybody to look at you as soft, or you don't want anybody to look at you as weak, or you don't want your wife to come to you with a problem that you can't solve, and now you worry that she might pick up the phone and call some other dude or call her daddy or whatever the case may be, and people looking at you like you're not a man, or you can't figure it out, or you can't fix it. So we're always carrying this, I gotta be Superman, I gotta be able to figure out everything. And that can weigh heavily on a man. That can weigh heavily on a father who or a husband who always have to have the right answer, right? And that goes back to one of my previous videos where I said men gotta have outlets, men gotta have friends, we gotta have opportunity to call up a buddy of mine and say, hey man, I'm going through some things, or hey man, I ain't really sure how to handle this, or hey man, I got a lot of pressure at the job, man, and I got this going on, or hey man, my wife is driving me crazy, I don't know how to deal with this, or hey man, how did you deal with this when your son was 16 and my son now 16? I know your son is grown, but how did y'all deal with it? How did y'all deal with these situations? How did you deal with your daughter when she was this age? A lot of times men don't go to other men. A lot of times men don't have that outlet, right? Women talk to each other all the time. They share their problem, they share their relationship issues, they seek advice, they seek information, they have girl trips, they have all of these different things, right? But us men really do not share a lot of times what we're going through. And a lot of times women say, well, you can go talk to a counselor, or you can go talk to a therapist. It's you don't want to feel like you're weak, right? You don't want to feel like you're not together. You don't want to feel like you're not capable of figuring it out because you're told that you're supposed to figure it out, right? That causes a lot of problems with our mental health. That causes a lot of issues emotionally and physically, right? Because we hold so much stuff in, right? And so what I want to say to a lot of men that are out there, from my previous video until this month, which is June Mental Health Month for men, is seek conversations, seek help, seek friendship, develop bonds, develop people that you can talk to, that you can trust. We as men have to be able to find people that we can trust, that are somebody that looks like us, that's somebody that we can share things with, right? Somebody that has gone through some of the same things, somebody that can share and feed life into you, right? A lot of men don't go to church, right? So it's not like they can feel like they can go to their pastor. There's other men in the church that they can go to. There's the men brotherhood, or they're the men, council, or whatever the case may be, right? So how do they find it? There are fraternities, there are military brothers, there are, when you graduated from college and you may have an alumni chapter. There's the links. There is so many different things that we can join, that we can be a part of. Now, in that, you have to be careful with who you share your information with, because not everybody has your best interest, and that's the dichotomy of trying to find and share and find brotherhood, is because knowing who to trust is so important. Because men, one thing about us, when we say you my brother, when we say I love you to another man, when we say that you my friend, man, when I tell you, we mean that. When we say, man, that's my boy, that's my friend, that's my pal, I trust you with my life, I trust him around my kids, we mean that. We truly mean that. So when a man said that I'm friends with him, that means everything to him. And yeah, man, we go through our problems, we go through our trials and tribulations with each other. I have some friends right now that sometimes we get on each other's nerves, and sometimes they get mad at me, and sometimes I get mad at them. But one thing about it, we are still friends. Men can be mad at each other one moment and upset at each other the next moment. And the moment that brother needs some help, he's jumping right in. But it's hard sometimes to find those type of friendships, right? And especially in this day and age where people don't hang out as much as they used to. So please find friendships. Please work on your mental health. And there's nothing wrong with counseling. I went through counseling. I had to go through counseling about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Almost about a year and a half ago, I went through counseling for some things that I was dealing with. And I went through about 6 months worth of counseling. And I tell you, it was everything that I needed to be able to get through what I was dealing with. So, men, there's no harm, there's no shame in going through counseling. There's no harm in talking to a counselor that can share with you and talk to you through that process of whatever it is that you're dealing with. If you are dealing with something as a husband, share with your wife, hey, babe, I think I need to talk to a counselor. I think I need to talk to someone. Women, do not take offense to that. Do not take offense with, baby, you can talk to me. Baby, what's wrong? How come you can't feel like you can talk to me? Give him that space and encourage him to talk to that counselor. Encourage him to say, you know what, babe, you believe that is the next step and the right step for you, please, do you need my assistance in helping you find the right counselor, right? Offer that. But other than that, allow him that space to be able to find that counselor, go through the counseling, be supportive. Hey, if you know he has counseling that day, hey, babe, did everything go good with counseling? Don't ask about what they talked about. Don't concern yourself. Just be supportive in that walk that he's going through, and allow him to open up with you, because maybe it's something that he has to deal with from his past. Again, remember, you're not only marrying a man from today, you're marrying that man, his past, his family, and everything else, and all the things that he has wrapped up in his head that he sometimes just can't get out, right? Sometimes he doesn't know how to express it. Sometimes he doesn't know how to share it. Sometimes he doesn't know who to share it with. So sometimes we need y'all support. Sometimes we need y'all to understand. Sometimes you can't help us with everything. We got to seek that help. So encourage him. If he comes to you and say, hey, babe, I need to sit down and talk to someone. And don't get offended because he can't talk to you, right? Allow him that time to go talk to somebody and share what he's dealing with. Again, man, protect your peace. If you need someone to talk to, find a counselor. Protect your mental health, because mental health not only affects your mental, it affects your physical, it affects your mental, it affects your blood pressure, it affects a lot of different things that sometimes we don't know about. So for the month of June, if you need someone to talk to, find a friend, talk to your wife. If you're married, go to your wife first, talk to her and share with her. If you feel like you can't talk to her, then find a counselor. If you are in church, and you are in a good church, and you are a deacon, or you are on a men usher team, find somebody within those organizations that you say, hey man, I'm struggling and I need some help. That's okay to say, I need some help and I need someone to talk to, and I don't know which way to go. Amen. I love y'all. This conversation isn't just for black men. This conversation is for black, white, Chinese, Puerto Rican. We all go through mental health challenges, but we do it in silence, and it's killing us as men as we deal with these problems in silence. Hey, continue to strive for greatness during this June of Men Mental Health Month. God bless.